Ho, 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 dear earlobes. This is The Future Does Not Exist. And this is me, Damien Leslie. And who are you to my left?
I'm Richard Foster.
And what are you looking at?
I'm looking at a chart.
Distracted.
I'm distracted.
We've just started and you spied the sugar. But there's
Yeah.
someone across from you. Who would that be?
I am Marcel van Schot.
Let's look at this. The three of us are all back at present. The three unwise men.
Yes, in one room.
Yeah.
And two of us are wearing nice, appropriate attire for the winter. Marcel still thinks it's middle of June.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in this room. There's one guy who works here daily in his shorts. He was just planning to do it till the 1st of October.
Mhm.
But then he was like, let's continue doing this.
He's embracing his inner Canadian.
Yes.
Yeah. This short.
There's something about Canadian men that just seem to think like even if it's snowing, shorts is fine.
Yeah, but Brits are doing that as well, present. I'm not happy about it.
I think
after
most of the time.
after 30, like the idea of showing your calves outside of showing them to your partner, right, is not allowed.
Outside of a sporting situation.
Yeah, a sporting situation of social or professional
Well,
kind.
This is from the man who jumps off stage wearing Cuban heels.
Mm.
So-
And auctioned me socks.
But
When
do
he
you
auctioned me socks on stage.
Do you actually own shorts, Richard?
I have one pair which remain resolutely inside. And I only wear them for when I'm doing my stretches and my Tai Chi.
You might still have them, but Richard had this extraordinary pair of trousers that could become three different items of clothing depending on what zips you did.
Oh yeah.
That's like you could have long shorts, short shorts, or full trousers, all in the same garment.
Yeah. Yeah, they were great. I still have them somewhere, and they've followed me around for 25 years. I bought them in 2001, I think it was, on the Breistad in Bever, or I think it's a sports shop there, isn't it? And they do zip in remarkably sort of effectitious manner at the height required.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, I've never gone full up. I have been close.
Something like what's like 80s footballers only. It's like
80s foot, yeah.
Shorts have to come down to the knee.
There's shorts go to the knee, but yeah, they could be adjusted, but only in extreme situations, right? Medical, incredible heat. But then again, I'd always keep me pants on.
Oh.
All right, we're getting distracted already.
Yes.
It's December, if anyone hasn't noticed.
Yeah.
And we've decided to do because we don't like to do things that everybody else is doing.
No.
So we're going to look back at the year.
That's right.
Yes.
So
Basically, I think it's a good thing because actually this year I was gone. I might sound old here, but that this year has gone so quick. I'm kind of struggling to understand where half of it went.
yeah,
It's really just rattled by, and that's probably a sign of me being far too busy. But there we go.
I was looking at trying to figure out what happened in the first couple of months. I realized that I started my year in Barcelona.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of disappointed of myself that I'm not gonna start this year in Barcelona or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because by the looks of it, I'll be starting my year probably in Leiden.
Mm. Yeah, I have had visions in my head of going away again for New Year. And I've got to the end of the year and just gone, I'm far too exhausted. I'm going to go to England for a week. I'm going to see my parents. I'm going to come home and then I'm going to quite happily just sit and read, I think, for 4 days.
yeah.
That's
what
really
it is.
enough.
Yeah, this year's been. I just want to work out how many hotel rooms I've been in, and it's been a lot.
Yeah.
And from the beginning, it's because of the book, because there's been loads and loads of readings all over, about 4 countries, which has been fantastic. Really enjoyed myself. But this, I think, going forward, this hopefully January, at least please, oh Lord, the first 2 weeks of January be quiet. I think we're also going to be just staring out the windows in Newspace looking towards Catpack Beach, looking at the fireworks go off.
Yeah.
I can't see. Last year we were in Antwerp for Christmas actually, but this fall no. I'm cooking the in-laws their first English Christmas dinner, which will be right. It will be fraught with the usual. Oh no, we've never eaten this like this before. All that that whole kind of thing, the whole kind of, no, we can't do any different because we're not going to have gourmet. Because the Dutch have gourmet, or traditionally did, which my mother-in-law still does. And there are many Dutch traditions I love, but that is definitely not one of them. You literally walk out like feeling like you've been in an abattoir. You smell of fat. So we're going to do, so to break them in easy, we're not going to do the turkey. We're probably going to do a number of roasts with all the trimmings and mince pies and this, that, and the other.
Okay.
So we're planning that.
You
So
have,
it's
you
supposed
have
to be-
your pudding.
I was thinking of getting a pud, yeah. I love Christmas pud. It's one of my and I like making white sauce. But the danger is, am I going to be the only person who's going to eat it? Because everyone else is going to go, oh, I don't want to eat this cannonball of sugar. However sort of marinated it is with brandy and this, that, and the other. I don't know yet. I have to see. But I'm also looking forward. I've just got a pile of books to read. I've just prepared them. They're actually stacked up and they look really neat and they're ready. And the next my nice Christmas candles and I'm just literally planning my way through them. It's really beautiful.
There's something nice about that.
Oh,
Your soon-to-be reading list.
it's lovely.
You know.
Especially when it's all like being bought new. You've got it
Yeah.
all sat there and you're going, cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to dig into that one, and then
No.
you start like letting them argue amongst themselves about which one's going to win.
Yep.
It's quite fun.
Yeah, because that is something that happened in the first months of the year. We went all on a trip
We did.
to London.
We did.
Yeah, I think that was one of the most incredibly rewarding weekends that I was out in so many ways.
We finally got Marcel's like definitive image of the thumbs up outside outside
Yes.
Book House.
Yeah, we invented
outside
a
St.
new
Paul's.
trend, didn't we, of tourist Marcel photos.
Yes. We've got a list from Richard where we had to go. And
Yeah.
I think we checked most of the boxes.
Yeah, it was a nice time in London. I mean, London's such a great city, and we did a
Well,
lot of
you
walking.
haven't been. Your circle within the London trip was like maybe 2 kilometers.
No, it's not true. His most of his days were within 2 kilometres. One of his days was a ridiculous walk, looking for a pub which was
of
just
course,
across
yes.
the corner,
Yeah.
which was miles away. No, there
Yeah.
was one very extravagant.
Walk.
Yes,
I just got-
He compensated by staying in one place the other day.
I did.
I think what there's a number of things that came out of that weekend for me. One, I mean, let's get the nice stuff out of the way. It was incredibly rewarding to see the response to your book and just to see you have that moment, not just there but also in Amsterdam and a few other things was quite. I felt quite proud of you. I had to say.
Thank you.
Seeing you standing in the French house after 12 hours of drinking Guinness, slightly less proud of you, but
Especially when I got my
still.
nice glass over.
yes, but I think just we did nothing but laugh for like 3 days.
Yeah,
Apart from the last day when Marcel and I just decided to walk and not talk for about 8 hours and just not be in your presence. For
no, that was
quite good.
I was a bit too much about the end. I could even also feel myself just going, wow, I'm getting. I thought if I lived here, I'd be completely out of control.
Oh yes.
Yes, and you would be living on your own because Mariska is not moving with you.
No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't go anywhere near me in London. So that's why she never comes to London. We've got that.
You would be one of the last true remaining characters
Of Soho,
of
yeah.
Soho. Yes.
It was a lot of
But
fun.
what's a joy?
Yeah.
What a joy it was to. I mean, it's always a great place to be. The weather was very kind to us.
Yeah,
Yes.
And just, I mean, also like the circle of people that like now kind of revolve around you or through you is extraordinary. It really is. It's like dramatically odd.
it is dramatic.
But wonderful.
Yeah, they're all forms of life I found there, aren't they?
Yeah.
I did actually kind of. The only time I worried was like when Wally van Messendorp from Minipop started pulling out original Dutch porn and showing it to my left-leaning liberal friends.
Talking about dog sex.
And dog sex, yeah. It was like during the gig, but
It's
that
very
was that was allowed to pass because yeah. it was quite something. But yeah, it's been a year of reading. I mean, like, it was a lot of reading. I also really loved the Amsterdam one, going out with Chad Villiers, Jeff Young, Ali Miller. That really was amazing reading, especially something like Jeff Young reading. Chad was his usual fantastic self, Ali's his dynamite, but like Jeff's story about Amsterdam were mind blowing.
Sticking a knife in a toaster.
Yeah.
Was quite a good
Yeah. So there are all these kind of, that was great. Halden reading was good. I mean, also the other one that really pops out this year for me is doing the whole Rats and Rats thing at Halden, because that was this year. I mean, thanks be both to you two for making a film about it. This year the book actually has not been a book; it's been a film, which has like had thousands of views on YouTube. I can't believe how many it's got. It's been ended up as a gig, pretty much like a sort of cabaret, or rock and roll cabaret, if you will. A t-shirt, a bag.
It's a multimedia installation.
Wow! It's like, this is not really honestly, none of it was planned.
That's the best part.
Yeah, none of it was.
The Richard Foster brand.
Yeah, it's like wild.
The video was from
The video was amazing.
a mad comment after a drink. Shall we do this? Yeah, okay. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. Just walk around Leiden, I'll film you. That'd be good. But it's just like an off the cuff thing. But it was a really fun thing to put together, actually.
Oh, you forget one thing, by the way, Richard.
Well,
you are also a beer.
Yes.
I'm a beer. You're right. I'm a beer. God, I forgot the beer. Yeah, sorry, I've got a mouthful of chocolate.
So t-shirts, beers, books. You're a Mark and Spencer advert.
Yes, you are also Mark and Spencer.
No, it's in the Marks and Spencer
That's all the things you could have like put on. Where's Richard going to end up this year? On stage? Yeah, easy. Right, where's reading his book? Yes, fine. Jetting off to here where they're at? Yes. Richard's book's going to be in the Marks and Spencer's advert. Was not on anybody's list. That's the Richard's Bingo special prize, that one.
That really is.
My mother would be so proud.
She would be so happy, All I do now is get onto the Today programme and I'm done. It's like, it was the most, I can't believe that. This happened a couple of weeks ago. It happened, it's a Getting Cozy for Christmas. And it was like a beige 1970s style advert with a lampshade and two beige books, and my cover is kind of cardboard-esque beigey cover. Who the hell brought that in? Because it must have been the props person who brought that in for the shoot.
Go out into Waterstones and find me the two beigest books you can find.
Yes. Yeah, and they picked mine, and there it was. And then a friend of mine ran me just going like, "Your book's in the Observer." In an advert. And I'm like, what? And then took the picture. I was like, oh my God. Immediately, I thought, Marks and Sparks hamper. Of course, I've heard nothing yet.
Yeah.
But I might have to keep pressing that. So like, I've contributed to your sales. Where is my quality stream?
Where's me Marks and Spencer Scotch eggs?
Where's my shortbread?
They do good Scotch eggs.
They do good food, Marks and Sparks. Anyway, enough of our product placement. So that's really, I can't think of anything else really. I've actually written another book, which is nearly finished now. I've got about 6-7.
You even released another book, another chapter.
Did I?
Yes.
Which one?
On the Frans de Waard thing.
Oh yeah. No, that was it. Yeah, the chapter of that book is out in the world now, which is actually, it's a really nice. Those Frans de Waard annuals are really good because it's all the Dutch underground alternative people talking about their little hobbies, and it's extremely well written actually. So big props to Frans for doing it. He does it for nothing. He doesn't get any money for it, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, I can't think of anything much else because it's all been a bit of a book blur. But we have. What else have we done actually? We have done something else which is like quite notable. Apart from clock up the miles around London. Oh yeah, we got involved with a race, didn't we? Got stuck in the middle of a bloody marathon. Do you remember that fellow running around with the flipping PA on his back?
Yes.
What a dickhead!
He was running with his
Smiling all the way through, didn't he?
Yes, and you were very kind to that lovely lady, keeping people down. Like, no, you can't cross the street. We are crossing the street.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Richard, go around here. All right, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. poor lady.
But why? I always go over here.
I do. That's my way down from St. Paul. It was, yeah, that's, I can't think, but
because that was on our way to that little pub just around the corner.
Yeah. We were going to go to St. Paul's, and then we were going to go across, and then walk along the embankment, and we were going to go to the Guards Chapel.
Yeah.
And then, there's a bit just across from there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just across. Just over there.
It wasn't.
To that different.
It was fucking miles away.
It was miles away, and it was hidden.
And it was the most hidden pub.
But to be fair to you, it was a fantastic. The Grenadier was a gem.
The Grenadier, it's an incredible pub. If you get in it, if you got in there early, I think you just literally go, I'm not moving.
If you got in there, you wouldn't know where the hell to get out.
You wouldn't know how to get out, apart from the very steep stairs which you can't take prams up.
Yes.
That's also one of the strange. I think that wins 2025's most pointless sign award.
Yes, at the top of a flight of stairs.
Steep,
leaves you
steep
pram
flight,
outside.
stone stairs with very, very thin rail guarding it. That don't leave your pram outside. You can't think of anything less likely to happen.
There was a good one on. I think I sent you a picture of it in New Orleans. There was a picture of in this bar, and it was like the men's restroom is on the dance floor.
Really? What?
It's like
What?
You got something a little bit wrong there.
Something got lost in translation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
probably
men's
missed that.
restroom is on the dance floor.
You were on one of your massive list of trips, so you probably missed it.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think that was when you were out with, because you rang me.
Did I?
You rang me in quite a state,
Oh,
telling me that you were on the way to Amsterdam to go meet not Black Friday, what's
Black Country New
Black
York.
Country New Road. You're like, where are you? I've been trying to get you for days. Are you coming or what? I'm in New Orleans, Richard.
Oh yeah, that's
All right, okay. So you're not going to make it then? No, not right now.
That was another night of
Oh,
if
it
you
was
imagine.
nice.
It was great. That was good fun to see them. I literally got off there. I can't remember where we'd been. Oh no, we'd been in Latvia. Of all places, and then I went straight from Latvia to Black Country New Road. That was actually possibly the strangest read I did in Bolderaya in Riga, which is like a book shop come hangout for old hippies come smoking den with a glass ceiling that was the kind of thing that should be in, I don't know, a very early Pink Floyd video, and there was just literally stacks of books around it, like almost like an installation. It was the weirdest setup, and the microphone kept breaking, or picked up signals from a radio, and you know what? The microphone started broadcasting. I have no idea what I did, so I had to put it down because otherwise I was thinking, hang on, all I can hear is like Latvian on my microphone. It was very strange. So that was a very weird experience. But yeah, the day after, then you were in New Orleans, yeah. So you've been everywhere. You've been everywhere, haven't you?
Been all over. So in the space of a year, I've been to nuclear bunkers in Albania. I've been to in some very dodgy areas in New Orleans. I've been to a really bizarre squat club place in Budapest.
Mm-hmm.
Through to Nashville, through to a few trips to the UK, Germany. I've been all over the place. My carbon footprint is like horrendous, but hey, what can you do?
You can't.
One thing I will say is, like, of all of those trips, what has been very interesting to me is to see the different uses of vending machines from country to country. It's quite impressive.
Okay.
So Albania was just like the old tap machines are still around.
Right, yeah.
But they also have spinning glasses in Albania, which was well cool. So imagine your whiskey glass, but you can spin it.
What you mean, like just
Like you can
messing with
literally
it?
just spin it round.
Oh, I'd be going mad.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, but you'd be mad. You'd go mad.
But and vending machines in Holland are just full of crisps and pop. Like that's it. There's no other vending machines left in the country. Nothing.
I remember we were in Brussels this year. I went to Brussels quite a bit. I really like Brussels. And we started because I had to go to a European writers' salon there, and I went to different parts of the city that I don't normally go to. I thought, wow, I'm going to come down again. So I brought my wife down, and we had immediately, of course, Mariska immediately sees this fag vending machines. There they are, and it's not in the middle. If you go out Ixelles, Saint-Gilles, these kind of places, it's like, whoa, it's like 1985 here. That's what I love about Brussels and Belgium. It does feel like it's permanently 1985.
Yeah.
And I love that about it. I hope they don't ever change it because it's pretty cool. There's loads of fags, and you can get there's a 24 apotheke as well. You could if English people, an apotheke is chemists.
There is a bread vending machine.
Where?
In Lissa has one.
Bread?
Yeah. So the bakers has a 24-hour vending machine for bread. And there's also the apotheke one that you can go and get your pills delivered whenever. But there's a proper vending machine for bread at the bakers. So that's the Dutch variant of it. In Budapest, there was a bar that sold local CDs and cassettes in a vending machine.
I might have seen
So that was cool.
Yeah.
But my favourite one, without a doubt, was in Nashville.
Which was?
It was a vending machine full of guitar strings.
That's pretty site specific, isn't it? I wonder if you could have, maybe we should need a vending machine, a site specific vending machine. Hey, I actually, talking about the past, I've got one thing in the future I want to do, which is also a kind of wish. Now we're going to build up near Leiden Station, they're going to build all the high-rise blocks where the Sub 71 was, and see my new books for that. I want to get to that wall where the sub was, and I want us to put a blue plaque up. I want us to do something, because that wall will be soon, when they start building there, that wall will soon not be seen, and that's the last part of the sub. Because we used to lean on that wall just outside the door, in the sort of the alleyway that was there, and that's the last bit of that entire sort of recognisable element structure of the sub. So I want us to do something. We've got to find a way of doing it.
You mean the wall of the other building?
Yeah, that sort of red brick wall. But that was definitely part of it. And people used to lean on that. And I'm thinking, that's the last bit. And I'd love us to do something there. I'm really tempted to go and put up like a blue plaque sticker or something to say this is where the Sub 71 was.
I think it will take a while before they start building here.
True. So we've got
they're building the other one now, the new cinema.
Yeah. It's wild, but we need to do something.
So let's try and put a bit of structure on this talk. So for this year, what are your personal blue plaque moments? So what are the things that you remember for this year that you were like, fuck, I'm glad I'm here?
Obviously the book. Honestly, the London launch was like amazing. And also the Amsterdam launch. In fact, all of it, anything to do with the book has been great. I don't really want to pick anything out. It's all been like a total surprise. But outside of that, I think I really enjoyed going to Vilnius and seeing my friends in Vilnius and in Riga. Just bumping into people I haven't seen for ages. A place like Vilnius is so great. It's small, it's very relaxed. It's a very Jewish city, obviously, and you get a vibe of that as well. Traditionally was. I say Riga is also kind of a very interesting place, and I like the Baltics, so I like going there. And I think just doing radio pins, working on that, which is like the pins thing is now becoming a radio show. And I don't know if you heard the third one, where I play 3 versions of something by George Harrison, some easy listening versions next to each other. And writing, getting the book out, because the next book is about the music industry stuff. Albeit, I thought I had a real problem thinking, how the fuck am I going to write it? Because you and me, we said we'd never write about the century because it was impossible. And I suddenly realised that was good. And also, I didn't want to do that. And so it became a version of Piers Plowman, a 14th century British English anarchist's poem, and it's quoted all the way through. And it's just, I found a way to do it. I was really pleased about that. And I'm 70,000 words in, so it's going to be it's going to be a fat book. It's going to be about 350 to 400 words, 400 pages, I think. But I think I've got something, so that's made me really happy. If I don't do things, I get itchy. Do you know what I'm like? The other thing I really like doing is doing etching with all the 80-year-olds. I'll tell you why. The ARS, the Ars Emerla in Leiden. If you can get a load of people on pacemakers who have just had a cancer operation or have like lost their partner, going religiously every week to etch, I just think I ain't got a problem. They're 80 odd, everyone's 80, and I'm the baby in the class. And everyone's like, "Oh, what are you doing now? You didn't see your Christian."
Etching's not up with the kids that we're seeing.
No,
It's not like
it's not a
like
kid's
an etching set.
No,
Like you used to.
you can't buy
Etch a sketch was a very 70s thing.
Yeah, I'm really into etching on zinc and copper. So that I love doing that. I'm just seeing these pictures turn up every week, and being kind of, oh yeah, well, you know, I had a bowel operation last week, but I'm alright. And they're still making pictures of grapes or flowers because that's what they do. You know, like they like to make these pictures of nice things, you know.
Yes.
And then there's big drawing, you know, Shire is very, you know. So I think that will be it. Mostly creative stuff probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Like I said, I really enjoyed the London bit. I also really enjoyed joining you for my first time at Alden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which was a very nice experience. I've been taking more trips myself, and I'm very happy about doing that, being more out there and doing other stuff. Yeah, but I also enjoyed doing stuff for my work and making cool stuff for people, and it's nice to be doing stuff that you really like to do.
Yeah.
And not only in your spare time, but also doing the time with the money, the thing that does make you money.
Yeah.
And doing another nice festival in March was really nice. With a great lineup and a great group of people that we organize a really nice festival with. What else did I do? I think I enjoyed not working a lot more, not being busy all the time, but also taking time off.
Wow,
Yeah.
I think I've done exactly the opposite.
Yes.
Like I worked out I've worked out since June that I've done like 430 hours of overtime or something.
And
Just
you've
been
moved house.
full on. Oh, that was the year before.
Was that the year
That
before?
was the year before. But this year has just been insane, and it's not like a demand from it. It's more like just we've had so much we do need to change things, and then also planning to do more. So it's needed a lot of effort to get stuff up and done.
Yeah.
But also there's been within all of that, within all the pressure, within all the madness, within all the like Christ we need to perform type stuff.
Mhm.
Like there's been a lot of creative stuff within that that's been really fun to go up, and there's a lot of stuff that I would say like in my own skill set or whatever that has laid dormant for a while or didn't really need to do. But getting back out at events, I've really forgot how much I love doing them. Like I'm suited to stand on the shop floor and be an idiot. Like I can really like drum up a crowd, keep the momentum up, and I really felt like Christ. Not only do I like do this, but I realised that I'm actually really good at it, and that was like quite a thing to like kind of go okay. And after a long time, there's stuff like that and other bits of work where I've just thought, oh, it would be great if we could do this, and then like similar with the video, it's like, well, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Like let's not ask or let's not wait until you get budget or something like that. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
And just showing that I and my team have the skill set to be able to do that. Just trusting in the idea of like, going to go and do this and see what happens, and then seeing the result come out and go, oh God, that's better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
That has been so fulfilling. Not even just on a personal, but more of like, I really think they can do something. And then seeing them really just shine is like,
It's nice.
oh, wow, that's cool. But that sense of like improving your own skills, I don't want to use the word upskilling because I hate it. But that thing of like, oh, you know what, like I've really kind of, we
Develop.
can do more of that.
Yeah.
Personal development, I hate that term too because it's such an HR thing.
Mhm.
But just that sense of being able to like, no, I think, come on, let's just give it a shot.
Yeah.
And then like actually proving people like, no, it is possible. It is like that kind of stuff's been quite satisfying.
Yeah.
Also taking that like in the midst of all of that, so like being able to get through that amount of work, that amount of effort, that amount of like still with a smile on my face at the end and still thinking about, oh yeah, what can we do the next, like I'm still buzzing from it all.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a real kind of sense of or some kind of like satisfaction out of the work itself. Never mind all the politics or the noise around it, just the graft of it is really fascinating and fun. But also learning a lot about myself in that, like, like sometimes like I'm quite one to just stand back and go, yeah, no, let's take something else. But to actually stand up and go, no, I am fucking good at this, And like that's been like quite fun to get around. But finding the little bits of joy within that madness has what's kept me going. So all of those little trips and even those trips with work, just taking a couple of days out of the side and go, that's my time. That's me doing this thing.
And the thing was, I also liked when we've all done trips pretty much together this year. We've actually done a lot of trips together, and especially just meeting up old friends who meeting up with Franz Ferdinand again. And it was really nice to meet up with Alex because me and Damien known him for years, the band for years. And just seeing them again, I hadn't seen them for ages, and it was a case of, and then I spent days with them, chatting on. That's just one instance of a few, and those are really, really good, especially when you realise that quite aside from, you put the goals aside effectively, you think, is it Haldon? It was nice to see Haldon through your eyes, because then realise how many people we know in Haldon and how many friends we've got there.
Yeah.
And it's like really kind of like a second kind of home. It's that area, Race Haldon.
For me, after having missed it for a year, like to come back in, it was
It's great,
it really felt like,
it was so much fun.
But then also to see someone new like myself welcome so much into that group as if it's like, oh, you're just part of the gang. They're like, it's a different vibe, and not just because the festival is great. It's a different vibe because of who we know.
Yeah, and that. I think it's mostly friends this year. It's been a weird old year. I mean, we've both lost friends. Actually, weirdly, so many people who used to be involved with the Bulbs, have gone, and also a lot of people of our age, kind of suddenly they're not there.
Yeah,
and that's kind of weird. And
It doesn't stop.
No, it doesn't. It's carried on. Been carried on recently with people who, they might be in Thailand, like Dennis who's in Thailand, you know what I mean? There's a few other people as well.
And two at home within the last month. Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. So in that way, I think it makes you realise that the most important thing in your life are other people and what they bring into it. I mean, it's fine me writing a book and everything and writing another book and doing this and that. It sounds good, but then again, it's impossible to sort of see it existing without the reactions. I'll give a good example of that is like these t-shirts being made, all these people wearing it, and you're looking at it and thinking, actually they're getting a lot of pleasure out of the title of the book and the fact that Sevgi, my young Turkish designer who did the book covers, like brilliant artist in her own right, also gets something from that, and that makes me happy. The Sevgi element makes me happier than it being my book element, actually. And I know that sounds a bit kind of humble brag, but it genuinely that gives me a buzz now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have done 20 years ago, but it certainly does now.
There's so much satisfaction from let's say you writing the book for yourself, like the process of doing all that, getting whatever it is you were like out of yourself into a form that there it's done. But then when it's out into the world, it's like it has its own life.
Oh, it's not yours anymore.
It does its own thing.
Yeah.
But like seeing those connections spin off from it, that's the kind of fun element of it that wasn't, like you said, it's not planned. Because the plan was you to just get this thing out of your head.
Yeah, just give it away.
Where it goes next is all like just a fun little thing to experience. But those connections, those elements of communication between people in whatever fashion, that's the important stuff.
Yeah, it is. Even like as banal as me passing through a third party some licorice to Lawrence from Felt, which is like, you know,
There's a sentence here every day.
I know how to get his favourite licorice, which you can't get in Brum or in London, and I know how to get it. And it now goes via courier to him, but he has no idea, apart from if he ever heard this, but he probably won't. And he's not going to know who I am, ever. And it's you can make a ridiculous kind of almost Ealing style comedy situation out of this entire licorice carriage, and it's going no further. Next year I'm stopping. I can't keep doing this. Yeah, so there you go. I'm trying to think anything else that we have done other things. I know we have, and I've forgotten them.
You need to stop with that. I would say drink your tea already.
I've drunk about 9.
Have a biscuit.
Oh no, I'm not going to have another biscuit. I've gone mad.
There's so much of this show.
What was your favourite record then? I mean, what did you like listening to music? Because I mean, the thing is, like Marcel has been far too honest about his point in Pure Slowliancy, which without Marcel, I don't think would have the same lustre and presence as it does. Let's put it that way. But I did enjoy this year's edition, especially for one or two gigs, especially the James Holden and Asher Shimple. That was incredible.
The fact that he was in that room was completely weird.
Yeah.
That he was part of the festival, that he enjoyed the festival himself by watching so many other stuff besides performing on the stage.
Yeah.
And just the performance itself was impressive.
Yeah, I love that.
But it was another impressive edition for me.
Yeah, I thought I Am Oak was great. I thought Alice Carlo was great. I thought it was all really good actually. I thought it was like the most, I won't say connected, but it felt a bit more like it had grown into itself in the way that it should do.
Yeah. And I already know that next edition can be so.
You got Afterclan, you know that? Like Peter Podwick.
Yeah.
We've got to stop saying that.
Peter Podwick.
20 odd years.
Yeah.
So what did you listen? What was it?
Records. This year.
You had 3. Everyone's had 3, right?
This is tough to pin down because there has been a lot, but most listened to, easily, hands down, Satanic Heart of the Wild Hearts. Mm-hmm. That record is easily the greatest, for me, the greatest Wild Hearts record since the first one. Like 30 years later, how Ginger has, he must have got his head into gear or whatever, but like, it's a joy from start to finish. It is, and I've never got enough of it all year, and I've been listening to it since like February or something. And it's brilliant. Most recent, I shared a thing about that. The Avett Brothers and Mike Patton record came out of nowhere. I literally walked into the record shop, flicked through the new bin, and just saw Avett Patton. What the hell is this? And didn't know anything about it. Didn't even know it was a thing. And I looked at the tune and went, "That shouldn't work. Must have." Bought it immediately. Went home. It's brilliantly bizarre and beautiful and odd, and I love it. And then the third one, I'm struggling between the new Suede record I'm gonna pick the new Big Thief record. Okay. Because it's
been a long time since they put a record out. 10 years or something like that. A bit longer.
Big Thief.
Big Thief, yeah.
About 6 months.
Oh, is it?
They do loads, but the album is. I adore it, but if I was to give it to someone and go, if you've never heard Big Thief before, if you're not ready for them, you could completely like, what the hell is this? Yeah. It sounds like it's half put together.
Yeah.
The songs like half of them don't even feel like real songs. They feel like someone having a nervous breakdown and recording them pissing about. It's really, really odd record, but I find it incredibly fascinating. And once it gets under, I won't let go now.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of theirs anyway, so I was
kind
of and she's so fascinating. She has like 6 voices,
Yeah.
she's amazing. I think that's the three I can't get away from. Gig wise, too many. But Houndmouth and Wildorado, who I will still call Wildorado because I think it's better. Seeing them at Ryman Auditorium. I've loved both bands for a long time, especially Houndmouth. They've never been outside the US, and for me to get the chance to see them at Ryman was, and what a place that is. That's going to go down as like easily most memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Few nights before that, watching Stereolab in a bowling alley, that was fun. But I think this year I've took a chance on a lot of new stuff. So like, what's on this week? Something on Saturday? Don't know. Listen to what? Yeah, okay, let's have a go. And found 3 or 4 really good stuff. Say She the other night. Like 3 young girls who just playing their dad's disco collection. Amazing, absolutely amazing. But gig of the year, no surprise to anybody. Tom McRae the other night in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Superb.
Go on, Marcel.
My record of the year is easy because there's one band I've seen 4 times this year and traveled for it. In May, I went to Brussels to see Belgian band Amara.
Yeah.
Loud, doomy, wolf sound kind of band with an incredible performance if you are part of the crowd. It's like a sort of a group that moves around during the songs, and it's just everybody's standing but moving. It's weird. Each show lasts about 90 minutes, then it's done. It's sort of exhausted after like, what did we see now? I went to the release show in Brussels, stayed in Brussels for an extra night, already booked another night there because I was like, okay, then I have 1 extra night in Brussels just for fun. Decided to get another ticket for the day after because they played 6 shows in a row there. So I saw another show of them. Same band, completely different set list, and still amazing. Then they returned in November for a show in Groningen and one in Groningen and one in Nijmegen, which was still also cool to be in Groningen and Nijmegen for a change. And that record is just wow. But I also been listening to a Groninger band called Weird Cute. A guy that used to have a band at Town of Saints.
Yeah.
He did Town of Saints, turned into a thing that made him money, made him an income, made him able to pay his rent and everything else. But he got bored with music because he's like, I'm doing all the stuff that I don't want to do. And it's the same songs that I'm bored of. And then he went to a divorce. Then he moved on with a new girlfriend, moved to Leeuwarden, and recorded a new record. That record is also very amazing, very bombastic, very like, I'm going to spill my guts to everybody. And he released it. He's now, the official album is coming out beginning of next year. I have it for the last 3 months. It's so cool, and it's really nice. And a punk band that I just found on a podcast that I was listening to. Punk band is called Skinhead. It's a guy that used to be in lots of other bands and is just pissed off punk about everybody that he hates in his life, and he's just and it's so full of energy. It's so nice, fantastic. But also the band that I'm looking forward so much for Bill Slowly. It's White Magic for Lovers.
Yeah. That was I saw them in Craighead. That was absolutely fantastic.
I'm looking forward to seeing them live so much. Because it's also the most lovely guys.
Yeah. Tom. We all know Tom. We all go a long way back with Tom. Yeah, I saw them in Craighouse, and it wasn't with the third one, the multi-instrumentalist, but it is Tom
Sure.
Melfi, and it was fantastic. They were, yeah, it's going to be. I can't wait to see that in March. I'm looking forward to
in the church.
in the church, and I'm actually looking forward to putting up Tim. There's Jordy who we're the lads today. So you can see-
yeah.
Oh, big day,
Yeah,
big day, man.
big day today. That's why we got the pub. So that's the thing, yeah. I mean, that's a nice segment because I saw White Magic, and I think anyone who hasn't seen them yet, you're gonna have a treat. I can't avoid rattling off Steep Below because I actually became my soundtrack for my book.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about that is actually going to their rehearsal spaces and doing it, practicing it, and then you hear the songs behind the sort of the visage, if you will. And that was really fascinating to see how they put things together. I think the record is in a time of lots of angry up tempo stuff. I think it's incredibly brave to put a record like that, and it's got 3 of their best songs on. I think, easily the 2 singles in this song called The Day Before, and it's actually done. All of it is analog. Everything is done, even the tape splices, everything. It's like the last old-fashioned record. So that was. And obviously, when you're on a stage with it, and you see how things put together. I've seen it about 5 or 6 times. I've seen the set develop from being kind of uncertain at the beginning of the year, and I saw them last week at the Bird of Ace House in Davidson, which is a lovely venue. Threatened sadly, and Davidson is such a nice city, and it's a really great venue. 150 to 200 people there to watch them, which is like, and they added a couple of older tunes, and they made the set a more paced out set. Fantastic. And also Elias from Homesick was doing the keys now, and this and it is fantastic. They are absolutely in brilliant form at present. So that was definitely the record. And one of the last gig was fantastic.
I think that record was released this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it's really good.
January.
There's been a lot. The next we had with France and also the next as well. Like that. How can I not look at that as well? But I think the gig in Den Haag, where we literally they just danced our ass off for an hour and a half.
That was really good. The open air theatre.
Amazing. But I don't think of Franz as Franz. I think the Franz is bobbing out. And then it's like, they just happen to be a fantastic band as well. It's really odd.
They are actually a couple of them. I won't say who. On the radio pins shouting London, Paris, Accrington, so you can listen to that. I think the other records, I've listened to an awful lot of new stuff this year. I mean, obviously I do because I get loads and loads of requests just to listen to stuff. And I have to say, a massive apology to everyone I can't get around to review. I just don't have the time. And the thing is, like, literally like 5, 6 people a week, please listen to this. So I listen to it, and then if it captures me, I've got a rule now. If it really captures me in my tracks, I'll write about it. But the thing is, it's so uniformly brilliant, a lot of the music. After a while, you can't really find
but you also have to be in the right headspace.
And it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I think records that have stuck with me this year, I really enjoyed Cozy Fanny Tooty's last record. I think that was just a fantastic, very dark, very gothic, industrial thing. I think she's in it, I think 75 or something like that, Cozy Fanny Tooty. That is really good. Agriculture record is really good. Really good, hard kind of mix between John Doran said it was like My Bloody Valentine dark metal, and I sort of get that. And there's one I can't what do you call it? I can't pronounce it because it's Heinele and a girl from Ukraine, God bless it. I think her last name is Yarorenko, and they do drone versions of the Hildegard from Bingen, the 14th century nun devotional songs, which is absolutely will have you on the floor. And I saw it at the Guess Who doing it, and it was one of those moments where, again, it absolutely froze me. So I was like, God Almighty, what is this? And I really, really recommend. In fact, I wrote it down. I was thinking, I was so knocked out by it. I actually had to go and write it down immediately, and then I rewrote it down when I was doing my list of what I've really enjoyed this year, and I wanted to find it. All right, music here. Oh yeah, Henali, I wrote it, and Adriana Yaroslava Cyenko, and it's called Hildegard, the record. I really, really recommend that. I really recommend that. The other record I thought was I Couldn't Stop Playing, and then there's millions of ones, but it was a Richard Dawson last record. Because Dawson's a genius, and I saw him also with White Magic for Lovers and Sea Power's thing, Croken Heads, and that was just unbelievable set.
Yeah.
So funny enough, my favourite records have been the ones where I've seen stuff live and I thought I've just got to go and get this now.
Yeah.
Or it's been a sort of a fusion of stuff that I've been involved with, like you with Almond Art, it's become kind of it's kind of embodied in the year, a bit of travelling, seeing stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where I was. That's where I was for music, but it has involved friends really.
I sent you the new Fulton Lights EP.
Yeah, and that was fantastic.
Oh, so
it was so good, but I haven't had time to read it. So I'm
good.
sorry that I didn't have a chance to.
No, but it was brilliant. I ran into Andrew last year. Andrew Spencer Goldman. I ran into him at when I was in DC, Washington DC. So he lives out there, and he's got a career as a kind of lawyer, and he's doing quite well for himself. And we'll always have the day that he was playing in a window and people were playing Jenga in front of him at a gig. That was quite massive. But Fulton Lights did like two or three really great records, and some of them like I still listen to them quite a lot.
Yeah.
But to have him to come out of like
nowhere, really.
But like something was kind of itching in him to get some back out. When I spoke to him in the middle of last year, he said he had an idea of something he wanted to kind of itch out, and he would start coming out. It's so good, so good. If you don't know, like, check it out.
Yeah, Fulton Lights is good, and it is really good.
Interesting.
And it was one of these things where I thought, oh god, I normally if I had time, I would have reviewed that. But it's just one of those things where reviews are like. I mean, also the thing is really interesting listening into knowing what is going to happen next year in the music industry. And like, do you want to know what's going to happen next year?
Of course.
It's punk. It's 1976. So everyone is going to be going on about 1976 in Britain anyway, because it's like such a lucrative thing. And so every article so far is like, how punk is this? How punk is that? And just as a sign, just as a pitch, Hutchie, if you're listening, the lost punk band is Ivy Green from Leiden and House of Swowder. You can talk about the Saints, you can talk about the Ramones, you can talk about the Pistols, but if you don't have Ivy Green, who wrote their material in 1975-76, didn't get released until 78, but there you go. There you are, give me a pitch for you, Hutch.
And if you want to see the band that still embodies that passion of punk, that's the band that I saw at the wonderful Boundaries in Sunderland. The band called Sly.
And the Family Drum?
Sly Stone and the Family Drum.
Yeah, they're great. They used to have.
They are such nice people.
Yeah, they are. They're lovely. Did they still have that terribly mad van, which is this that looked like some old 1970s milk cart, and it had like a pretend Alsatian in the front with flashing eyes. Maybe that wasn't really a van. I can't remember, but I remember being outside one of their gigs. But Sly and the Family Drum are fantastic.
And I saw they teamed up with another great guy, René from Dead Neanderthals.
Oh, cool,
René. It's like, that's a match made in heaven.
It is. I'm sure really. I'm even thinking about René with Sly and the Family Drum, really, that is something else.
And they were the festival was great, but that band really like, okay, yes, I needed this.
That was a good thing, wasn't it, Boundaries? I mean, again, it's an example of, maybe that's the theme of this usual Dream Talk, where it's always been about like connections that we've got, friends that we've got, someone else that we've gone and met up with, and had an experience that normally we may well have gone to go to a gig or done this and done that, but it's the friendship aspect is the bit that makes it, I think.
We need to point out one show that we went to together, a festival actually.
Oh yeah?
At the Resistor. The one from Jim.
Oh, Jim, Channel Ground. Yeah, that you need to go to. It might not be your thing, but it was.
It will be quick, it will be dark.
It's quick, dark. It's just like the best sensual experience.
Quick, dark nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Richard, I have gone to many things with you. You know that.
Yeah, and this is. But it's not as it's so much of a thing for you at this time. Channel Ground is absolutely fantastic. It's probably the best night in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that festival, and I could have gone over and over again to that.
I have no clue of any of the acts.
No, it doesn't
I'm
matter.
not sure what their name
The
is.
nervous Italian who took his socks off was interesting. He played with his fingers.
Please welcome the nervous Italian.
Yes.
It really was. But that was something else. He took his socks. I didn't option them though.
No.
For that, we must be grateful.
No, there are many things that are only you, Richard.
Were you also with the show where Ronald held the chair of the American guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because otherwise the American guy would have fallen off. He put a table. He put the chair on top of the table,
The very frizzy haired American guy. You know the kind of, when they have loads of frizzy hair, you know they're getting in trouble.
and he was sitting on the chair on the table, making noise, and then he started moving back. And Ronald, the guy that almost runs the resort on his own, was like, if I don't step in now, he's gonna fall and I have to take him to the hospital. So Ronald stepped up, grabbed the chair, made sure that it didn't move, and stood there for 20 minutes holding the chair while the guy did this act. And everybody was taking pictures of Ronald, couldn't care less about the guy, and everybody was like,
Amazing.
this is what doing these shows is all about.
DIY is all about.
Yeah.
That was a great moment. So yeah.
My greatest DIY moment was probably last year though, when we taught air drumming.
Oh, do you know, actually, here's something else. I've got the new Nederlands Day tape record next year. No, it's out in 1976. It could well have been. But it's out next year.
I hope you're enjoying it.
And Tor's on it again.
Yeah.
We saw Tor, bless him.
Is that Franz Ferdinand?
He was, because he once went on stage with Franz Ferdinand and forgot all the lyrics of the song he was supposed to be singing.
Nice.
So he walked on and had an absolute blank,
Mm.
which was filmed, and of course we know about, because it's Tor, he said everything about him, about himself. But he was there with his mum and dad. I love Tor. He's just such a great guy. And how much you take. I mean, if ever there was a song that should be on Music Fest for the Jaar, it's how much you take, how much you take. I think it's a hit.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a hit.
Something.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh well,
Some
well.
good stuff. Books.
books.
Books of the year.
Oh, I
You
think
can't say you wrong.
no. Wendy Erskine's The Benefactors. I think that's like absolutely the best. There hasn't been a good page-turning novel without it trying to be a page-turning novel. It's set in Ulster.
I don't understand that.
In the sense of like, you know, there's a lot of books that want to be popular, right? And this is one of these books that like, it deals with a rape in Ulster, and it's not you thinking, oh, you know, what's going on, but it's amazing. It's amazing, and she's such a good writer, and it just came out of nowhere, and it's written from the point of view of the Dad, who's and also there's about 5 or 6 characters in it, but you flick through it, and after a while you can see all these different kinds of views of what actually happens. But the main characters are absolutely believable. They're really believable. It's not often that a writer writes themselves out of their book.
Mm.
That's what I mean. But Erskine, she does it really well. So that's absolutely, and it's not the kind of book I normally read. So that should give you an idea. Another book that I don't, of the kind I don't normally read, I've read a lot of gay fiction this year. For some reason, I really got into it. It just happens that a lot of people in my circle are like, oh, you've got to read this, got to read that. And the guy who interviewed me in Bristol, Josh Jones, who I'm on the back of his book, and he's a big fan of this podcast from him, it's Josh. But he said, you've got to read this book, Anthony Chaplin. It's about these 2 gay Welsh lads having a relationship above a shop in their mining village that no one knows. Right? And I'll leave it at that. And it's brilliant because it's set in 84, 85. It's brilliant in the sense that every detail is like absolutely knockout. You know, there's sort of things where you remember when you're a kid, you remember stuff.
Yeah.
And he builds a story around it. So that was a real good one. And then I think both of you will not like this at all, but it's called Ring of Fire, and it's about 1940. And it's written by Alexandra Churchill, who's great-great-granddaughter of Winnie, and a guy called Niklaus Eberhorst, who studies the Eastern Front, the Galician Front of the 1940s, so the Austrian-Hungarian, Russian, and all the battles of Tannenberg, etc. And I've not read as good, thorough an account of 1914 as a subject I can be very boring about, as you probably gather. This is really good. And it's, you have a history book that's actually about, I know everyone's, I want to talk the unspoken lives, but they actually do it in a way that is gripping.
Okay.
Where you've got someone who goes on holiday with their kids and tragically loses all their kids trying to get home from the fighting, and they were on holiday. And there's these little stories that you forget, and all the amount of refugees, all the amount of displaced people, all the amount of just absolute, literally, what you think about war. I always tell people about war, being a student of military history, is it happens overnight, and there's no stopping it. And it's one of these things where you think, oh yeah, it's so obvious to see in hindsight, you should do all this. You haven't got a choice. And that's what's really, really brilliantly brought home in this book.
Yeah.
It's sensational. It's a sensational history. It's heavy going in terms of it giving you a massive emotional load. So those are the three.
That's up my street.
You would love
it's
that
like my favourite World War One book is
Guns N' Roses.
Letters from the Front.
Oh, that's from the
And
front.
it's just literally that. It's just letters from
Oh,
people
it's-
sent back.
Yeah.
God, it's heartbreaking.
It
It's
is.
amazing.
That is an absolute anrad. All three are. I've read 60 books this year, and those are the ones that
Yeah,
immediately come into my mind. I think also the other one, Damien Bard, to Roberts, which is about Roberts, Colquhoun and McBride, the painters, and it's a fiction, and it's about their affair, and it's not really totally true, but historically it feels true, and there's a lot in it that you can take from it, and you realise what great painters they were as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think those 3, 4. There's a few more obviously, but those ones that really stick in my mind.
Okay. I recently read the story, the book that my colleague from the office did, Marijn.
All right.
Marijn also made a book about. He normally writes about his passion for his goal to make the world better, reduce the amount of plastics in the world.
Oh, this is the surfer.
Yeah, the plastic soup server. And he wrote a book, and the book is more about not giving up about what your passion is.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I can write another book about what my goal is in life, what my mission is. But he's like, I also need to write about how I keep doing this, because it's been a hell of a thing to do, and there's so many difficulties getting my point across and convincing people to join me in what I'm trying to achieve. So he wrote, his book is more about how dealing with all the things that is not happening, and how he is able to get himself up again in the morning, like, okay, it's another day, I'm gonna do it again, let's see if I can make a bigger effort and reach my goals easier.
Sure.
And it's a very interesting book.
Read that.
And it's also weird because it's the guy that you're in the office with.
Yeah.
Where you joke about.
That actually sounds like my performance review for the. Are we still doing it, Damien? Because I summed it up with a colleague who was really having a hard time. They were like, why are you still this or that? And it's like, it's not a sense of loyalty. It's not something like that. I said, you can ask me to do a lot of things. Don't ever ask me to give up. It's like if I've got the bit between my teeth, then I'm going. I'm going to keep pushing.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it, I'd really like to dig into what that is.
Yeah,
Because I find that one of my most fascinating things about people is I like those with a bit of tenacity to them. You know, just like, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks of this thing. I have to do it.
Yeah.
And
it's also interesting because you get to know him a bit better.
Yeah. Well,
We just did a documentary in The Hague. The documentary is also about the same thing, but it's his struggle when he did the trip last summer, when he went from Paris to Nice on a subboard all the way to Paris, trying to convince the politician to get in touch with him, just talk about the issue. And the French being French and don't want to move a finger, and he's just being the annoying guy coming to the office like, hey, I want to talk to this and this guy who is in charge of
Yeah.
recycling. Yeah, he's on lunch. Oh, again?
Yeah.
So I'll be here in an hour. Yeah, no, he has a meeting then. Don't worry, I will be back. And he's just, and it's interesting to see that in the documentary itself, he manages to get in touch with the woman who's the mayor of Paris.
Okay.
And the mayor of Paris said like, I like your story, I want to join in. And because she said like, okay, I'm gonna support this idea. And being the mayor of Paris, which is quite a thing in France to have the mayor of Paris saying stuff. You see other people like, then I also have to agree, and then I also have to start working with you. And also, he said like, it's also very weird that this tiny thing will set so much other stuff in motion.
Yeah.
Because I really want to read that now. For me, I'm up there with you. I've read a shit ton of stuff this year. There's a few really stand out. The end of the Book of Dust trilogy by Philip Pullman, what is it called? The Rose. Can't remember what it's called now. Anyway,
just listen to the last podcast.
Listen to the last podcast.
The last podcast.
That is the most important book to me in a decade, easy, because it encapsulates a bunch of stuff that I feel about the importance of culture, of reading, and of why stories matter. It encapsulates a lot of that in the midst of this big fantasy world. I can't recommend it enough. It's amazing. But the one that I would say wholeheartedly, most interesting book I read this year in terms of how it's put together, Buffalo Hunter Hunter by what's his name? You will get such a kick out of it. Oh God, my brain's just gone to sleep.
Buffalo Hunter
Hunter. It's a horror novel. The guy writes horror novels. He's a Native American writer, and he's written like 5 or 6, and all of his books are good and interesting. Buffalo Hunter Hunter is a mile above anything he's done.
Stephen Graham Jones.
That's it, Stephen Graham Jones.
Chilling horror set in American West in 1912. Well, that's immediately my era.
Right, but it's a horror book. It's a vampire book, and it's neither of those things.
Okay.
It's what it is basically written as diary entries. About 3 main characters, and like you said, those 3 characters live. They are immaculately put down.
Yeah.
You don't feel him, the writer, in that book at all. You've got 3 characters, and the one that is like the main Native American character in that book, the language and the way it's written, his language is so wrapped up in mythology and his way of talking about the world around him is completely mythological in things. So there's no difference between a story, but there's so much going on in just how he has them talk, how they talk in their own voices. That character, single-handedly the greatest written character I've read since Alex in Clockwork Orange.
Wow.
It's that level of what is going on. I just find it stunningly how it's put together. It's amazing. And interestingly, an odd one which I read again this year, and it's not the greatest book in the world, and it's Billy Summers by Stephen King, and it's one of his crime novels. But the way it's written should be studied by everybody. So the character is a hitman who decides to write his own book, and he's writing it. And as he's writing it at the beginning, he's a really shit writer, and it's just written as he talks. And as it gets to the end, the quality of writing improves. It's so well done. I don't know how the hell you even go about doing it, but as an exercise in how to put a book together, it's fascinating.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the guy's writing, because it's another one which jumps back and forth between different voices, but the guy who's writing his own book, is the quality of his writing. It's just as a way of being put together, it's fascinating.
Okay.
But Buffalo 1-to-1, honestly, you need it in your life. It's
All right.
extraordinary.
I've got that note again. Shall we go to the pub and watch a football?
No, I have something for you. You know the long life.
I'm getting nervous about the football.
I got you. You got me a record today,
Yeah, I did. Yeah. There's.
and you also gave Damien the best record of the world, of course.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Jack O'Vain's records. Amazing.
But I got you something else.
Oh no. Oh wow. Oh cool.
Oh.
And the best thing is,
Ooh.
there's two of them.
There's two.
Da, da, da.
Wow.
Yeah, give me your microphone. You know. Christmas has come early.
It's
Oh yes.
It's a Christmas, but also a birthday.
Wow.
And now you can play with it with or not. The idea is that you can put your egg in it, and you can make
It's tank.
and you can make bullets with the toast.
She's gonna hate this.
Yes.
My wife is gonna hate this so much.
And you?
I'm gonna love it. I'm over the day ahead. Oh boy, oh boy, oh
Can
boy.
you describe it?
It looks like yeah. It's a tank. It's a wheat tank, and effectively the egg becomes a massive head wearing what looks like an American M2 helmet.
You can open it.
And
It's yours. The excitement of Richard is.
If you ever want to make your Egg and Soldiers Battle of the Bulge,
it's pretty. I will be Battle of the Bulge after eating all these eggs. Oh god, you know, opening things is not my forte because I know what's going to happen in a minute. I'm just going to get bored. Right, okay, there's bits of cardboard going everywhere. I can slice toast
Yes.
into the shape of guardsmen. Right, so there's 3 guardsmen wearing their beret, and there's a tank
tank egg cup.
with an American helmet, thank God, not an awful German thing. So I can put the egg in there, and then I can make. How do you fire this?
Egg and Soldiers.
I don't know.
I don't know how you fire. I'll
I
get
want Egg and Soldiers now. I
toast.
haven't had Egg and Soldiers in
Oh,
2 years,
I
really.
can make guardsmen.
We used to have Egg and Soldiers all the time. Why have I
Yeah.
stopped doing? Why have I
Right,
stopped
sorry.
making Egg and Soldiers?
So I can put the tank in. This is like egg tank. I am the egg tank.
It's explode.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
That's what Patton
Very.
fought for.
It's what Patton fought. Yeah, it wasn't the best. I'm always more of a Bradley man than a Patton man, but like I'm very pleased. Battle of the Bulge is going to happen in our gaff. Oh, I'm so pleased about this. Amazing. Oh
Yeah. I'll get you one, but then I'm like,
no,
yeah, but Mariska will be feel left out.
she will most definitely be feeling left out if I don't. Oh,
I hope there's a
explode.
thing that you can like shoot little
Yeah, me
morsels
too.
of toast out of the can.
It's just.
I think Richard will figure that out.
Mm.
He's inventive enough.
This is so exciting.
I know.
I
It's
saw
light
it
enough
enough to take on holiday as well. So the thing is, if I take this on holiday with my own egg tank, I can terrorise hotels. Just imagine the fun. Oh god! All this in Newcastle playing Sunderland today. It's going to be quite a day.
What's the greatest thing someone's called you this year?
I
Or
think.
the funniest thing someone?
I thought, without sounding humble brag, I thought Laura Snipes from The Guardian saying how generous I was with my time with other people. I thought I'd take that. And then, but I think she also called me an idiot. This is, how the hell did you go to the pub for 12 hours before we even did this talk?
Yeah.
So she also called me lucky. But that was nice. I'll take generous and lucky.
Marcel? Anyone called you anything interesting this year?
I don't think so.
Come on, not even the Peel Stolly and Sea Bunch. They must have called me something else at some point when we were doing the production.
No, I probably called them all kinds of names.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know. I have a feeling most people have been pretty happy with me, so that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good goal in life.
It is a good goal in life. Yeah. Yourself? Come
Well,
on.
I'm called now chairman of the board a couple of times.
Yes.
Chairman of the board, right, we'll take that. That's one to take.
Yes. There's been a few aimed at me, but the one that makes me laugh the most, I talked about on the last podcast, is in Boston, this barmaid, she went, "Hey, look, it's the reader." So, and that's just stuck with me for the way.
That's
And then when I would send up for the last time and there were more people reading at the pub, she goes, "What the fuck, do you bring the book club with you?"
that's what you want.
That's it.
You're like, I like
So
the
for
chair
me,
farm.
the reader.
Yeah.
Going into next year, what we, I don't want to, looking forward doesn't seem the right thing, but what, like, is there
The future doesn't exist.
doesn't.
But what,
If we have a future,
what's the next thing you're looking forward to making happen?
filing my book, getting my book in and getting the new one. And I'm going to make something happen. I'm like just getting good at etching. I mean, really, seriously, that'd be enough for me.
Like it.
Getting the full program for the festival ready, getting the poster out, finding a way to enjoy it a little bit more than just running around,
Yes.
and probably figuring out more stuff to do outside of the city.
That's cool.
I'll just say trying to do more for myself.
Yeah, you should do that.
Instead of further
In
away.
one country.
No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm excited about where I'll end up again next year.
Mhm.
This year has been fascinating to go in so many different places. But, I'm not sure I want it to be as crazy, but it might well be. But no, to do more things just for me.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Happy Christmas. Happy